Okay, so in this week's video here on Tech Gear TV, we're going to be checking out 3 different cheap cameras that you could use all under £500. We're looking at the GoPro 6, your iPhone 7 Plus, and my personal Sony A5100. So we're going to be testing these today on wideness, sharpness, shakiness, audibility, autofocus, vloggability, ease of use, sex appeal, night vision, and of course, value for money. That's it, and then we're going to be rating these all out of 5 and coming up for you to find out what is the best one that you could buy to vlog with here on YouTube. Okay, so right now you're looking at the footage on the Sony, that's this one right here, and the audio that you can hear is also on the Sony. You can see some of the shakiness. I am on some very rocky ground right now, and let's take a look now and hear what it's like on the GoPro. So now you're looking at the GoPro. This is the shakiness of the GoPro, and yeah, that's about it. This is the audio quality as well on this GoPro. So let's just go around the other way now and go back a little bit faster so you can see if you're vlogging and you're going at sort of a normal walking speed down the street on a very rocky street. This is the type of footage that you could expect from the GoPro and over here on the Sony.
Hey guys, I'm testing the A5100 Sony against the iPhone 7 Plus. This is a test without image stabilization. I'm on a tripod. As you can see, the colours are quite vivid in both. These are superb for vlogging cameras. As you can see yourself, I've got the iPhone facing me and I've got the flip-up screen on the Sony. Just give it a quick pan around. Now we're just seeing how it handles the shakiness. Both fantastic quality from what I can see. I don't know how they're going to turn out in the edit, but they look great. Okay guys, I'm going to briefly speak about the iPhone 7 Plus. The camera on the front is a 4K camera, absolutely superb, but what you've got to remember is if you're using it on the back end, you get image stabilization, and that might be important to you depending on what you're doing. On the front end, you get to see yourself, which is fantastic because you can frame the picture exactly how you want it to be.
That's right, I absolutely love the iPhone myself. As I said earlier, it was all I used for my first year on YouTube until I bought this. This is the Sony A5100, and this is actually only about £300. The iPhone that you saw there, that's about £400 on Amazon. This is £300 and the GoPro 200, so this is kind of right in the middle there. And it does have the flip-up screen, so similar to the iPhone, you can actually see yourself when you're vlogging, so that's really cool. And it also has optical steady shot as well in the lenses, not in the body, but in the lens. So it does help smooth out some of those bumps while you're walking around. But, you know, you've just seen the footage. I haven't seen the footage yet. It may not do that great a job at that. And the other reason why I bought this was for using as a Twitch streamer. So you can actually plug this with the HDMI lead into the camera and use it just like you would a webcam. only this is much better quality than your standard webcam. So a pretty cool camera just for £300, and hopefully, I'm hoping this will prove to be better than the iPhone, although I've not seen the footage yet, so fingers crossed.
Okay, moving on to the GoPro 6 Plus. Sorry, 6 Pro. Sorry.
6, that's a 6.
Okay, cool. Okay, moving on to the GoPro Hero 6 Black. Extremely easy to use, great menu, easy, wide angle view. It's supposed to be indestructible, which has obviously a benefit over the iPhone and the camera. You can take this swimming, extreme sports, things like that. It films in 4K at 60 frames a second. The iPhone only does 30 on the back. The other thing you have to look at, the low light performance in these cameras isn't fantastic. So if you're skiing in daylight or something like that, in dark night, if you're filming in a castle at night, it's not going to be any good. The footage is going to be washed out and grainy.
Yeah, and that is one of the other pluses with the A5100, the fact that you can actually change these lenses, so you can get different fields of view in there, and also for low light performance as well, you can change that out. But for this video, we're just using the standard kit lens that you get with the camera, all for £300. So let's go do the low light, shall we? And just see how that turns out. Come on.
Okay, here we are testing all three, almost independently.
Okay, so just what I can see just now, just as we're walking along this, again, it's not on a gimbal, got my old iPhone gimbal here, and we're going to be talking about vloggability and what it's like to use. I mean, obviously, as you can see, Aaron here, he's got the standard Casey Neistat style Gorilla Pod type thing, or if you're using one of these like Osmo 2 gimbals with a big furry thing on top, you do look a complete prat out in public. And it's not something that I enjoy that much at all. So I do prefer the GoPro in that regard. It is a bit more discreet, or also an iPhone as well. I know you're big on the iPhone. I'm getting more into the Sony at the minute. I do prefer that than the iPhone, but again, when you're out and about vlogging, I'll be honest, as I'm looking at this right now, the iPhone does seem to have far better field of view than my Sony, which is at 16mm at the minute, and it's not quite wide enough to get us both in.
But what I like with the iPhone is we can edit on the device, and then you can share it from the device. Got 4G. You can't do that on the GoPro or the Sony. What do you think of that one?
Well, you can actually. So with the Sony, I can actually just forward it to my phone. Same with the iPhone, you can just send the footage straight over to your phone and then edit it on there or the computer. But obviously, you do have to have a phone to do that.
You don't get the benefits from the App Store. You can download third-party applications to edit.
Yeah, I can't phone my grandmother on my Sony camera, but I can on a phone. There's not much on it other than that. And right now you can see on the iPhone that we are in a sort of low lightish type scenario, although it is still quite light above these trees. And the one thing I don't like about the iPhone is I'm looking at the screen, yet I can see I'm not looking at the camera. Can't even see, that's the camera right there, right? I don't have that trouble with the Sony. I can just look at the screen and it kind of looks, I'm guessing, like I am looking in the camera, even though I'm looking at the screen. The iPhone does get a bit weird.
Yeah, guys, with the GoPro, you can't see the screen at all. You can't focus or frame the shot. Obviously, you have got no screen. With the iPhone, I can see myself in full frame, but you tend to be looking at the phone rather than concentrating on the story you're trying to convey.
However, obviously with the GoPro, it has such a wide field of view that doesn't necessarily matter. But yeah, so this is the low light performance. I'm not sure if this is the low light performance on the GoPro right now that you can see. Is it any good? I don't know. Is the iPhone any good at all in sort of shaded light? I wouldn't necessarily call this low light. I think the Sony is looking pretty bright, not too bad at all. I think we need somewhere darker, don't we? We need to go somewhere darker than this. Definitely. All right, so we just went to the pub, you can see there behind us, and now we're just gonna give a second attempt at the low light. Hopefully it should be a bit darker now, although it doesn't look too good. Okay, so this is the darkest spot that we could find, and we're just recording again. We've got the GoPro over here and the iPhone, which I never quite seem to look into just right and frame myself. That's about right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm still talking at the screen, not at the camera. I don't even know where the camera is. And then the Sony over here. I don't know, guys. You'll have to let us know in the comments below which one you think performs best in this. I'll be honest, this is as dark as we could find. So this isn't like super low light test. It's just as dark as we could find. Pretty shaded, late afternoon, coming on to the evening. Other than coming back in the night time.
Yeah, this is
pretty much as dark as we can get for this video. But hopefully, I'm hoping that iPhone is a little bit pixelated. It looks a bit. I'm not sure the quality is as good as the Sony. What do you think?
Doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Obviously, we can't even see on the GoPro.
We can't see the GoPro. Hopefully, the GoPro is terrible right now. Right, I've got no idea. Yeah. But let's hope so.
Well, the Sony has got the biggest sensor, so I'm expecting that to be the best in the dark.
It does. We do have a bigger sensor. I can also change the ISO, so I can change how much light it picks up and the quality of it. We can't do any of that with the iPhone or the GoPro. So
so guys, if it's getting dark and you want to enhance the image on the iPhone or the GoPro, you're gonna have to do it in after editing, as it won't do it on the fly. Whereas with the Sony, obviously you can adjust the ISO settings.
Yeah, I think the Sony is better myself, but you let us know in the comments below. Let us know which one's best. We're going to come back tomorrow once we've reviewed the footage and give a final evaluation of what we think of each one. Yeah. And you'll be seeing that right about now. Alright, so here we are. We are back here in this small little office, which you might already recognise from Mutru, my other YouTube channel. And now we're going to be going through wideness, sharpness, shakiness, and all this stuff on here. So you've just seen it. And wideness, what do you reckon, Aaron?
I reckon the iPhone has got to be the worst. It's too zoomed in, too focused on one particular area. So I'm going to give that a 2.
That's true. I was pretty shocked with the iPhone. Now, when you're actually looking at the screen, it looks like you're getting a nice big wide field of view, but when you actually look at the footage, it's actually a lot more shrunken in, zoomed in than what you thought. So I'm going to go for iPhone, yeah, probably a 2 as well. And the GoPro, definitely the best, right?
The best.
Best. I'll probably give the GoPro, we'll give that a 5. 5 out of 5. Can't complain of that.
Yeah, guys, we're actually grading out of 5, so 1 being the lowest, 5 being the best.
That's right. And for the Sony, one of the good things with a camera which is interchangeable lens is you can change different lenses, so you're not stuck with the same. In fact, this lens right here, I can just zoom in and out, just optically. So sharpness though, I'm going to jump straight in here and I'm going to give the Sony a 5 for sharpness. Oh my goodness. It is really, really sharp. Really nice.
I agree with that.
Like that one.
It's definitely a 5.
GoPro, I was very impressed as well. I'm going to give that a 4. And iPhone, a 2. It's kind of sharp when you're quite close in very lit areas. But for low light or if you're some distance away, it's not all that good at all.
Yeah, what you gotta remember, guys, we were filming with the front camera, so you can see yourself on the screen. The back end of the camera is actually better on the iPhone, but obviously for vlogging you can't frame the shot.
Okay, shakiness, probably iPhone. I'm gonna be giving that a. I'll probably give that a 2 again because it is still quite shaky and you get that motion blur effect when you're panning around. It's not very nice.
I'm gonna give that a 3.
Okay, and for me, I think the iPhone, you've probably already got one. If you don't, I wouldn't buy one if you want to buy a vlogging camera. So if you were buying it purely for a vlogging camera, I'd give that a 2. Because for a vlogging camera, you're not getting good value for money paying £400 if that is only what you want it for. The GoPro, as you see, I give it a 5. I think that's really, really good. And a Sony, considering everything that it does and the quality that you're getting for a very cheap price, as I said, I only paid $240 for mine. I'd give that a 5 as well. I think that is excellent quality. Doesn't have any of the sexiness, but it does have very good quality video and audio as well. And that's it. We have a winner. Aaron, what is it?
It's the GoPro 6.
It's the GoPro 6. So gotta say, I was pretty surprised. I was hoping it was going to be the Sony, obviously. But if that GoPro, if it just had a flip-up screen, I think it's going to kill the vlogging market. Yeah. Everyone's going to want one. It did perform really, really well for what it is. And it's the cheapest. Yeah. I can't believe how cheap it is.
Well, you got to remember, guys, when we say vlogging, we're actually out and about holding the... If you're going swimming with your device, GoPro is the only option because the other ones aren't really that waterproof. So it depends on the context, though, how you're going to use it, to which one you should be looking at buying.
Yeah, the versatility of GoPro, you just can't go wrong with that. You can take it on holiday, take it in the pool, take it wherever you want, and you don't have to worry. You can just shove it in your bag. You don't have to worry about scratching a lens, like with the Sony. You can just throw it anywhere.
Yeah, they're pretty much indestructible. Yeah. Whereas the iPhone 7 is quite fragile. If you drop it, you're likely to.
And let's face it, if you're on a roller coaster, you don't want to be like holding out your iPhone, okay? But with the GoPro, you can get away with that. It's awesome, awesome. So there you go, guys. The best vlogging camera of 2019 is the GoPro. Yeah, the GoPro 6.